Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and to another MLB video. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 favorite MLB teams as well as discussing a few of my least favorite teams. So I would love to see who are your favorite teams. Definitely leave them in the comments below. Discuss maybe which are the teams you dislike and the reasons why. So regarding the teams I dislike, there's only one team that I could really say that I don't like at all. And you guys maybe already know it. It's a bit obvious in these circumstances what happened, but a few other of those teams I'm going to list. It's not necessarily that I hate those teams, it's more that they're rivals more than anything else. So I'm going to go through my favorite teams, give you guys an idea of why I like those teams, certain players that maybe got me interested in those teams, etc. So I'm going to go through my top 5 favorite MLB teams. So coming in at number 5, I'm going to go with the St. Louis Cardinals. So firstly, I love their branding. Their logo is amazing. I discussed their logo in my top favorite logos in MLB. If you guys missed it, a link will be in the description below. I ranked all MLB logos from 30th to best. And my favorite teams, all their logos are in the top portion of that video. So, I mean, growing up, guys like Mark McGwire, Albert Pujols, they had those absolute superstars for the Cardinals. Their stadium is really nice. You got obviously that St. Louis arch in the background. Just everything around that team I tend to like, and they fall at number 5 on my list. Now coming in at number 4, have the Atlanta Braves. So another National League team. I grew up watching guys like Chipper, the big 3 monster pitching, Glavine, Maddox, Smoltz. They had some great superstar talent, and recently, guys like Freddie Freeman is one of my favorite players in MLB. Ronald Acuna Jr. is just an absolutely incredible young player at his young age. They have so much young talent going forward. A really exciting team to watch. I love their branding, just like the Cardinals logos, uniforms, everything. I really enjoy watching the Atlanta Braves play. They fall at number 4 on my list. Coming in at number 3, this may be a surprise to a lot of you guys. If you guys that already know me, know my favorite team. Number 3, New York Yankees. Alright, so a lot of people I know tend to don't like the Yankees just because their favorite teams is a rival. But I grew up watching those guys play where they had Jeter, they had A-Rod, Posada, Mariano Rivera, you name it. They had those all-star teams, and just the talent they had was unbelievable. I really like their classic look of their jersey, obviously with the pinstripes. Yankee Stadium, there's so much history with that team. Guys like Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, I mean, the list goes on. They play in New York. I live in a small town myself, and I really like to visit New York one day. And just the fact that they play in that big environment makes it pretty cool. I like watching their stadium. I like watching them at home, especially. I really like Yankee Stadium. I love their old Yankee Stadium, the look of it. And just with the history of the team, I respect it a lot. And I always really like to watch the Yankees play. The talent they have this year, I mean, you know, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Gary Sanchez. They now have Garrett Cole. I mean, that's an all-star team. Just to see how many home runs they're going to hit is always exciting. I like the Yankees. They're not my favorite team, but I respect them a lot. Number 3 on my list. Now, number 2 and number 1, those teams, though, they're very special in my heart. They're way above the rest. Number 2 and number 3, there's a huge gap. Number 2, Los Angeles Dodgers. I've been a Dodger fan as my second team for many, many years. Not just recently where they had success. I've been following them since they had Clayton Kershaw come in the league, who I really, really love watching play. He's one of my favorite athletes in the world right now, Clayton Kershaw. I just love the way he pitches. Been so dominant, that big curveball he has. Guys like Cody Bellinger, who won an MVP, Justin Turner, Jock Pederson. I mean, they have so much talent. They have Mookie Betts now coming in to help that team, just like the Yankees are an all-star team with a lot of history. You go down the years, guys like Sandy Koufax, I mean, Mike Piazza played there. They had so much talent throughout the years, the LA Dodgers, and just playing in LA makes it pretty cool. I mean, they're in California, got that nice weather all the time. Dodger Stadium is such a cool place to play. The logo, uniforms is simple, but I love it. A big fan of the Dodgers. It was definitely heartbreaking, those losses they had in the World Series. especially 2017. But yeah, hopefully the Dodgers can come out on top soon. And they're my favorite team outside of Canada, my favorite American team, because at number one, I'm wearing their shirt right now, Toronto Blue Jays. I am a Canadian, so it's just natural for me to cheer for the Toronto Blue Jays, have an entire country behind them. I've been a Blue Jays fan since I was watching baseball, since I was a little kid. They always been my favorite team. Grew up watching guys like Carlos Delgado. He hit 4 home runs in one game. I mean, they had so much talent, even like just before I was born. I was born in 94, and they won 92 and 93. So they won 2 World Series before I was born, never made it to a World Series after. They had those star lineups with guys like Oru, they had Alomar. I mean, they had so much star power. If you look at just a few years ago, Bautista, Edwin, Josh Donaldson, Tulowitzki, those teams were like blowing out the opponents every day. The bat flip in 2015 by Bautista, Josh Donaldson stealing home in 2016, back-to-back ALDS wins. I mean, the Rogers Center, when the team is doing good, that place looks like incredible. I want to go there someday. I haven't been to any major league park in my life. That's definitely the first one I want to visit. Just the fact that, I mean, it's really cool. You got that roof, goes in and out. Logo, spectacular. Jersey, spectacular. And especially that baby blue they have this year. Hopefully with the Blue Jays talent, they can go and win the championship in the near future. Bo Bichette, Vlad Guerrero, Lourdes Gurriel, now have Hyunjin Ryu, Ken Giles out of the bullpen. They have some great talent. They can do some great things moving forward. So moving on to my least favorite teams, I'm just going to mention a couple of teams, and right off the bat, Tampa Bay Rays, Baltimore Orioles, and Boston Red Sox. You think, why do you have Boston as a least favorite team and Yankees as one of your favorites? So I think I'm honestly going to say this, that portion of it has to do with my hockey favorite team. So my favorite team in hockey is the Montreal Canadiens. We have a giant rivalry, the Boston Bruins, all right? If you're a Habs fan, you hate the Bruins. If you're a Bruins fan, you hate the Habs. And just like naturally, I don't like Boston sports. I think that's just something that I grew up. It's not necessarily with the Red Sox. It's more of a Boston thing, like Montreal, Boston. Toronto, Boston's a rivalry, kind of in the MLB, being the same division. So I think it's more of that, like I grew up being a Habs fan, not liking Boston. I kind of translates it to MLB. I respect the team a lot. I mean, there's some of the players they had. David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, Pedro Martinez, some of my favorite players ever. I love the Boston Yankees rivalry, especially when it's in the playoffs. Just Baltimore Orioles, Tampa Bay Rays, Boston Red Sox. I mean, they're all in the same division as the Toronto Blue Jays. So naturally, they're rivals. Naturally, they're going to be teams that I'm going to cheer against. I obviously want Blue Jays to do better than Yankees when they play against them, but I know how much firepower they have. And yeah, so those are my least favorite teams. I would have put the Texas Rangers there a few years ago when the Blue Jays were matched up against them in the playoffs, but they're not necessarily the same team now. They have Joey Gallo, which I love. They have Corey Kluber now pitching, so I kind of started liking the Rangers more than I like back in the rivalries. So back in 2015, 2016, when I said Rangers back then were my least favorite team. But now my least favorite team, and this is going to go to a lot of people. Bang, bang, the Houston Astros. Obviously, when they cheated in 2017 to win the championship, especially against the LA Dodgers. They probably won if it wasn't for that. No team should do that. I don't care how much talent you have. I mean, look at the Houston Astros. Honestly, they shouldn't cheat. They have some very good talent. They have Correa, Springer, Altuve, guys like that. I think that even if they didn't cheat in 2017, they could have had a lot of success. Just their natural talent, how they would have played. And it's going to be very interesting in 2020 once season starts to see how the players adjust, how they'll play, if there'll be too much pressure for them, or if they'll want to say, hey, I can win without cheating, and they're just going to go out and dominate. Very curious to see what's going to happen, but I don't like them for doing that, the cheating scandal. Everybody knows what happened now at this point, and having them is my least favorite team. But of course, my two favorite teams, the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. One American team, one Canadian team, and I hopefully will see the Montreal Expos back in the MLB someday. That would be awesome. So thank you for watching, and definitely leave comments below which are your favorite teams and teams that you like the least. Thank you for watching, and until next time, have a great day.